Everyone told Jess Calloway the same thing when she mentioned she wanted to take her Bengal outside. Cats don't do that, they said. Not like dogs. You'll stress him out. He'll panic. He'll bolt the second you put him down, and you'll spend 3 hours trying to get him out of a tree. Jess had heard all of it. She had also spent 6 months watching her Bengal, River, pace the length of the living room window with the focused intensity of something that had been built for a larger world and was aware, on some level, that it was only getting a fraction of it. She bought a harness. She spent 2 weeks letting River sniff it, wear it indoors, get comfortable with the weight of it against his coat. She read everything available about harness training for high-energy cats and did the research on Bengal temperament specifically. She was not going in unprepared. The first time she clipped the leash and opened the back door, River walked to the threshold, looked at the yard, and stopped completely. Every muscle went still. His ears rotated forward, his eyes went wide in a way that suggested he was processing an extraordinary amount of information simultaneously and was not yet sure what to do with any of it. Jess waited. River stood in the doorway for 90 seconds. Then he stepped outside. He was in a tree 4 minutes later. This is where most people's outdoor cat experiments end, standing at the base of a tree calling a name that is not being responded to. Jess had read enough about Bengals to know that this was not a crisis. It was a Bengal doing exactly what a Bengal is genetically configured to do when presented with a vertical surface and no particular reason not to. She sat down on the grass and waited. River came down when he was ready, which took 11 minutes, and when he did, he walked directly to her and stood beside her with the alert, satisfied posture of something that has just confirmed an important hypothesis about the world. They stayed outside for 45 minutes that first afternoon. River investigated every inch of the yard with the methodical attention of a researcher conducting fieldwork. Every fence post, every bush, every patch of disturbed soil. He did not bolt. He did not panic. He stayed within range of Jess and checked back with her at irregular intervals, the way animals do when they trust someone enough to explore but haven't quite decided to go it alone. If you've been following this channel and haven't subscribed yet, now is a good time. What Jess and River figured out together over the next year is exactly the kind of thing this channel exists to show people. Hit the button. Bengals are not a breed that was developed for the couch. They are the result of crossing domestic cats with Asian leopard cats, a process that began in the 1960s and produced an animal that carries, in its genetics and its temperament and the particular way it moves through a space, something of both worlds. They are curious in a way that goes beyond ordinary cat curiosity, more systematic, more persistent, more likely to solve problems that other cats would simply walk away from. They need engagement the way some people need it, not as a preference, but as a requirement for being okay. River had been telling Jess through the living room window for 6 months. She had finally started listening. By month 3, River had a routine. Morning walks through the neighborhood, harness and leash, nose to the ground for the first block, and then head up and alert for the second. He learned quickly that certain sounds meant interesting things, and certain smells meant other animals had been through recently, and both categories deserved careful attention. He walked beside Jess with a loose leash and the unhurried confidence of a cat who had decided that the outside world was, on balance, absolutely worth his time. By month 6, Jess's partner suggested they try the boat. This was, by most conventional standards, an unreasonable suggestion. Taking a cat on a boat is not something that appears in standard pet ownership literature as a recommended activity. Jess had the same initial reaction as most people would. Then she thought about River standing in the doorway for 90 seconds on that first afternoon and then stepping out anyway, and she decided the suggestion was worth at least a try. They started on the dock. River investigated the boat with the same methodical attention he gave everything new. Every surface, every cleat, every unfamiliar smell of water and fuel and salt air. He did not like the motion at first. He communicated this clearly and sat very still in the center of the boat with the expression of a cat recalibrating its entire understanding of what the world is allowed to do. Then something shifted. Jess couldn't say exactly when. One minute, River was sitting stiffly in the middle of the deck, and the next, he had moved to the bow and was sitting upright, ears forward, watching the water with an expression that had gone from uncertain to interested to something that looked, without overstating it, like genuine enthusiasm. They took him out on the water 6 more times that summer. By the 4th trip, he had stopped being still about it and started moving around the boat with the easy confidence of something that had assessed the environment and decided it was manageable. By the 6th trip, he was sitting at the helm in his bandana with the posture of an animal who has concluded that this particular situation suits him perfectly and sees absolutely no reason to pretend otherwise. Bengals have a documented relationship with water that is unusual among domestic cats. Their wild ancestors were comfortable in and near water, and many Bengals retain this. Not universally, but often enough that it is considered a breed characteristic. River had shown Jess his interest in water early, preferring to drink from running taps rather than still bowls, investigating puddles after rain with more curiosity than avoidance. The boat was, in some sense, a logical extension of something that had always been there. What Jess had given him was not a transformation, it was access. The cat that paced the living room window for 6 months and the cat that sat at the helm of a boat watching open water with calm, alert confidence were the same cat. She had not changed him. She had simply opened a door and let him show her what he already was. They still go out every week when the weather allows. The harness lives by the back door now. River sits beside it in the mornings with the patient, expectant posture of someone who knows the schedule and finds any deviation from it unnecessary and mildly disappointing. He has walked through wildflower fields in spring with bluebells brushing his shoulders. He has stood at the edge of a river on a rocky bank and watched the current with the focused attention of something deciding whether it's worth the effort. He has climbed trees and forests that smell like rain and old wood and things that moved through before he arrived. He has done all of this because one person decided to stop listening to what everyone said cats don't do and started paying attention to what this particular cat was actually asking for. What's something your pet does that nobody believed until they saw it? Tell me in the comments.